Hi guys, it's Drew, and I am doing an updated Instagram editing video, and this is so highly requested on my channel, I swear. I actually have a whole Instagram series, which I'll put on the screen for you right now. I've done probably 10 to 15 videos on taking photos from food photos, outfit photos, how to pose in outfit photos, how to edit your photos, how to do this, how to do that, how to blah, 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 blah. I've done lots of Instagram videos, but I haven't done one in about a year. I haven't done an updated editing video, and I have kind of changed my style of editing quite a bit, and I just wanted to do an updated version. But before I jump in, make sure to follow me on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram on the screen. It's Imdrewscott. This is my Instagram feed. You can take a look at it if you'd like to, but this is what a lot of you guys love, and it's what I'm going to share with you guys, my editing tips and tricks and filters. And yeah, I don't think that there's very much else that I'm going to say about this. If you do like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I do lots of different videos on Instagram. I also do men's fashion, style, DIY, lots of randomness. So there's a whole bunch of content on my channel if you are brand new or a new follower. And also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy. But let's jump into my Instagram editing tutorial. So jumping into my photography folder, these are the apps that I use to edit all my photos. So my main apps that I use are VSCO, Facetune, Snapseed, Glitch, Enlight, and Unum. I would say VSCO and Snapseed and Facetune are my main three, and then I use Unum to kind of plan my feed, and I'll show you what that is as well. I think I'll actually show you Unum really quick. So Unum is this app. It's free in the App Store. It's UNUM, I believe that's how you spell it. And it basically loads your Instagram feed in here. So these are my Instagram photos that I've posted already. And the nice thing that I love about this app is that if you just go on your Instagram and post a photo right away, it'll load it into Unum. Like, you don't need to go back and load in your old photos that maybe you haven't posted. It lets you load them. And another really cool feature is if you click on a photo and maybe your feed's kind of wonky, you can actually click this little eye down here and you can delete photos from your feed. It doesn't take it off your Instagram at all. It just does it right on here. And you can kind of rearrange and plan your feed. Maybe there's a photo that you think would look better not on your Instagram feed, so you can take it off, put it back on, check things out. And another thing I really like is that you can shift photos around. So these are like a few photos that I have that I might want to edit or post in the future. I can put a couple of these photos down towards my feed area and kind of shift them around. So then we could put this one here. And let's say I don't know if I want this photo to be next to this photo, so I can just like shift these two, and maybe that looks like a little bit better. So you can play around a lot with this app, which I love. So a lot of the times when I start off my photos, I always start off in the Facetune app. It's just the app that I mainly start off a lot of my photos in. So I'm gonna open a photo that I wanna edit. Here's the Insta folder. So this is the first photo. This is like a flatlay photo, and I thought this would be a nice little photo to show you guys because a lot of you actually questions how I edit this photo. So as you can see, it's pretty blue toned on the napkin especially, and this napkin here is actually supposed to be blue, but the white one, this is pure white. So what I mainly use Facetune for is the whiten feature, and I use the whiten tool. This is actually for teeth whitening, and I go over anything that I want to be pure white. So I'll go over the napkin, and I'll also go over this little cup here. So I'll just fully white out the cup all the way, and you have to kind of meticulously go in and just get it all the way around the edges because you really want to make sure that it looks like it was photographed this way. And then check out this difference. Already such an amazing difference. And then I also like to just go in and fully edit up the napkin because I think that this just makes it look so crisp and nice. And I also think the contrast between the wood table on this is amazing with this napkin. So, and also a little tip, if maybe you want to whiten it up but you don't want to whiten it up a lot, kind of tap it like this. Tap on top of it. It kind of gives like a very gradual whitening as opposed to wiping. I noticed that, and sometimes I use that if the whitening effect is just too harsh on the photo, because sometimes it is, and I'll whiten over here. So that's the whitening feature on Facetune, and I'm just going to show you the before and after. Check that out. That is just like insane, I personally think. And I also on Facetune like to use the details tool. So I'll use the details to sort of go in, and maybe I'll add like a little bit more detail to the coffee there. Kind of makes it pop. And then the glasses, anything that just like you can add detail to, I like to add detail. And it's mainly small areas. I'm not going to add it to humongous sections, but I will add it to like little bits. And check out that. Just brings back a lot of that detail. And then another feature on this that I'm probably not going to use on this exact photo is the tones. Sometimes I like to make things like a little bit more colored or saturated. So let's just say, for example, I wanted to, I don't know, make this napkin like a little darker. I can go in and kind of readjust the tone and just kind of wipe over the top of the napkin a little bit, this, and you have a darker napkin. So you can use the tones tool to almost redo your color, but you have to really meticulously go in and go all the way to the edges, and sometimes it can look kind of fake, so you have to finesse it. So then I'll go into Visco. So I'm going to go into Visco here, and I'm going to load in that image. These are my favorite filters here. I'm going to share them with you guys. They're the ones at the bottom that you can see: 04, A6, J2, J5, M5, B5, B6. Those are very random. B6 is a brand new filter that I just found. It just got put into the Visco store, so if you want to try it out. I don't know, I just like it. It adds less contrast. 04 is pretty harsh, so I like to tone this one down. A6 is really nice, but my new favorite is J2. I absolutely love J2, and I also love M5 for more colder toned photos because it gives a really nice warm look. So I think for this photo I would use probably J5, and I would just do about a half way, and it would look like this. And that's probably what I would do, or I think I might actually do A6. I kind of finesse around with those filters, but these are my favorite ones, so play around with those if you guys like Visco filters. And I would save, and sometimes in Visco I do like to use their little tools as well. I'll always go into crop, and I'll crop a 4:5, because the 4:5 crop is the exact height of the Instagram vertical image, like that tall image. So that's why I do that, because it lets me predetermine prior to putting it into Instagram. So this is the 4:5 crop. I'll crop it there. And then I also like to sometimes use the temperature to sort of warm up some pictures. I've been liking warmer toned photos lately. And for this particular image, I would probably underexpose it a little bit to give it more of that kinfolk sort of moody vibe that I love, and this would be my edit on this photo. I would import it directly into Instagram, maybe finesse it a little bit with the Instagram editing tools, which I also love, but this would be my main edit that would go into Instagram. Okay, so let's do an outfit as well, because a lot of my questions are on my outfit editing. So this is taken raw off the camera, raw off of the iPhone. This is like the actual photo. Pretty in love with this. My legs look extremely skinny though. I'm actually wearing the same pants right now. So for this photo, it's pretty yellow toned in the background, as you can see, so I put it into Facetune, and I kind of am just going to go in and whiten it. And sometimes I'll just whiten random areas, like I just gave a little bit of whitening there, but I didn't do it all the way. Like there's still a little bit of yellow tones because I don't want to make it pure white. I'm not super into like the full on whitened Insta feed, so I'll kind of just do it randomly and sporadically. Maybe over here I'll do it, and then right here I'll just do it like a little bit on the pipes and stuff, but I won't do it all the way. This is probably what I would do with this image. And then I would go in with details and just sort of add a little bit of detail to some of these areas. I love adding detail to my hair and my eyebrows. I don't know why it darkens them. Sometimes my facial hair too, sort of splotchy, as you can see. It just adds a little bit more. And then maybe this, and maybe the pants. I really like to make the focal of the image pop, which is essentially the outfit. So that's good. And then I would save it to the camera roll. And now I want to show you guys Snapseed, and I love Snapseed so much, so I'm going to open Snapseed here, load in the image, and I'm going to share with you guys my favorite tools from Snapseed. I think I shared this with you guys. I swear I was the originator of this tip, and it's the tonal contrast tip. I got everybody hooked on it because I clicked on it one day and I was obsessed. Like, check out what it does. Can you see this? It gives such a nice, sharp, like DSLR effect to your iPhone photo. I think that it adds such a nice effect. You can even add more of it or less of it, and if you drag up and down, you can actually adjust like the tones, the low tones, mid tones, or high tones. And then another tool I use on here, or the only really other tool I use, is the selective tool. Because for this, I adjust patches of color, so maybe I want this to be a lot darker. Check that out, like that is insane. And I probably would keep it like this for the photo. And then maybe up here I want it to be darker as well. There we go. Pull it wider. And that literally just changed my entire image already. Like, this is amazing. So then I would save this. And also another cool thing with the selective tool I want to show you guys is if you click, you can actually adjust between brightness, contrast, saturation, and structure. So like, let's say you want to saturate this jacket a lot, you can saturate it a ton if you want to. But there's really a lot that you can play from, and I actually maybe want to saturate this up a bit, now that I'm looking. Yeah, I will saturate it a little bit. That is pretty. So I'll save it, And then Visco filter, because we haven't done the Visco yet. I always apply my filter last because I like to do like the fine editing prior, and then I'll do the filter sort of as like a finishing overlay over everything. So I'm gonna load in my photo. And these are my favorite filters again. M5 is so pretty, I love that one. This is really nice too. I actually think I would use M5 for this image and sort of just kind of tone it down to about here. J2 is really nice too. It's like a little bit of J2. I might use a little bit of J2 and then add a little bit of warmth to the image. Yeah, that's probably what I would do. And then another tip for Y skew, if you want to make yourself look taller, you can pull down the Y skew. But for this particular image, I think I already look pretty tall, so I will leave it like that. And then for crop, 4:5 crop, and then crop in on the image where you want it to go. And then I'll just straighten it up a little bit as well. But that is probably the edit that I would do for this photo, and then it would go right on my Instagram. And I hope this doesn't mean anything, but I already posted this and no one said anything, so. Those are the bulk of my editing tips that I want to share with you guys, but I do have a couple other apps that can really help you out. So Enlight is a super cool app. I think you're gonna like this one a lot. And I'll open a photo to sort of show you what I use Enlight for. Okay, let's just open this outfit in Enlight, for example. So I'll open this and then I'll go here on the little toolbox on the side. And a great tip for photos that are more backlit, this one isn't backlit, for example, is choosing image and then clarity, and then click on clarify. And then go right here onto mask at the bottom and clear the mask, but then apply the mask where you want it. So like, let's say you wanted to really clarify the jacket. Like, I think this looks so good, so natural. But I wouldn't use it for a photo kind of like this, or maybe I actually would. That looks pretty good. But I would mainly use it for a photo that's kind of backlit, that was maybe taken with the sun in the background or something, because it really allows your body to stand out. But I think this actually looks quite nice. And then last but not least, the last app I want to share with you guys is Glitch, because a lot of you have so many questions when I post photos like this. So I am going to go to Photo Editor, and let's just say I wanted to add a glitch to this photo we just edited. So Glitch is this cool app, you load it in, they have all these different types of filters down here at the bottom that you can choose from. So I personally would I like to use the one called Screen, I think, or no, Channels. I like to use Channels, and you just tap it, and it kind of puts this glitch on your photo, which is quite cool. And I like to use it, probably for this one, I would try to pull it at the bottom here. It adds a cool feature. I did this for a lot of my Coachella images, and just an image that's maybe a little bit boring, you can add this glitch to, and it really amps it up a bit. And then you would go through and you can save the image, post it on your Instagram like that. But that's all I use the Glitch app for, just to add a little bit of a glitch or a fun effect. After all the editing is done for the image, I go to Unum and I just check it out on my Instagram. So like, for example, let's just say that I wanted to post this photo next, which I don't really think it would even go, but I want to post this one next on my Instagram feed. I mean, it kind of goes, but I'm able to plan it. So maybe I have these couple images saved that I don't know which ones I want to use. I can sort of finesse around and say, oh, maybe this one looks better there, actually. You can drag it down a line. Maybe you want to put this here, and then readjust even one more, and put that there. So you can sort of finesse them around, move images around, and plan your feed prior to posting, which is why I love this app. But guys, those were sort of my tips on how I do Instagram editing. I have a lot of other videos on how I edit my Instagrams, but that is how I do it now. I showed you 2 photos, an outfit photo and just like a random photo. Maybe I will do another video on more photos if you guys want to see that as well. But for now, I wanted to share those with you. So if you do like this video, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. It's at Imdrewscott. I'll put it on the screen for you guys, and I'll link it below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye guys.